Good morning! Good morning, everybody. This is Miss Kristen, and this is Loki. And as you can see, I'm not at the library right now. I'm at home. And so Loki said that she would be in the video with us, and maybe she'll watch while we read the books, and maybe she won't never know what she's gonna do. But this is Loki, and she's excited to be here on this snowy day. It's so beautiful outside. All of the snow just looks so wonderful. And today is actually a holiday. It's Groundhog's Day. And the groundhog comes out, and maybe he sees a shadow, and maybe he doesn't see his shadow. And then he gets to make a prediction about the weather. Will we have 6 more weeks of winter, or will we have spring? So I have a little rhyme about the groundhog, and it's called 5 Little Groundhogs. The first little groundhog digs a home in the fall and curls up all winter, rolled up like a ball. The second little groundhog comes out of his lair on February 2nd to get some fresh air. The third little groundhog looks up at the sun. Then he sees a shadow and goes on a run. The fourth little groundhog at his dark shadow peaks. Then he goes back in his burrow for 6 more weeks. The fifth little groundhog hopes that skies will be gray so that he will know that spring is on its way. Well, Puxatawny Phil, the groundhog in Pennsylvania who gets to make our prediction, decided that we would have 6 more weeks of winter. So let's talk about Gregory and his shadow. And this is a book by Don Freeman. Let's see if I can get the book all the way in. All right. Early one cold morning, Gregory Groundhog bundled up before going outside. He had spent his entire winter inside his cozy burrow home. Tomorrow was Groundhog's Day. The farmers would want to know if Gregory and his shadow would come out of their burrow together. If they did, there would be 6 more weeks of winter. But if Gregory came out alone, spring would be coming very soon. "Come, Shadow," Gregory said to his friend. "I can't wait until tomorrow. I'm hungry. Let's go dig up something to eat." Gregory was shy. Having a friend like Shadow made him feel brave. They did everything together. "Sure," said Shadow. "I'm right behind you." Gregory opened the door. It was a windy day, but the sun was shining. The ground was covered with snow, just like at our houses today. When the 2 friends reached the edge of Farmer Ferguson's garden, Gregory saw another shadow coming towards him. It was waving its arms. What could it be? Gregory was frightened. He ran back home. "Wait for me!" Shadow called out, but it was too late. Gregory had closed the door. He was so scared he forgot about his friend. He pulled the covers over his head and shut his eyes tight. Shadow was left outside. Oh no. What's going to happen to Shadow? Shadow was all alone. He was shy too, and being with Gregory made him feel brave. He looked up from his shadow, waving arms, and saw Farmer Ferguson's scarecrow. "Whose shadow are you?" asked the scarecrow. "I belong to Gregory Groundhog," replied Shadow, "but he left me here. What should I do?" "I would like to help you, but I don't know how," said the scarecrow. "I don't need a scarecrow. As you can see, I already have one." Shadow felt very sad. He leaned against a tree. "Are you lost?" said the tree. Shadow told her about Gregory. "I would like to help you, but I don't know how," said the tree. "I don't need a shadow. As you can see, I already have one." I know where I belong, Shadow said, with Gregory Groundhog. He walked slowly through the snow. He soon grew tired. Just then, he saw an old barn. That's a good place for me to rest, he said to himself. I'll be able to think more clearly after I have a nap. Shadow climbed into the dark, cozy hayloft and fell asleep. Meanwhile, Gregory Groundhog had realized Shadow was missing and he was hunting for his friend. Maybe he's under the bed, he thought. But all he saw was the straw mattress he had put there in the fall. Maybe Shadow is lost, he said. He must be scared. I will go find him. Gregory spent all day searching through the falling snow and didn't even think about how scared he was. He only thought about finding Shadow. When it began to snow harder, Gregory ran into the barn. It was very dark inside. Bang! The barn door blew shut behind him. Up in the hayloft, Shadow opened his eyes. He looked around and saw his dear old friend Gregory. Gregory looked up. He thought he saw something in the hayloft. It looked like a blue ghost. Gregory was just about to rush out the barn door when he heard a voice say, "It's me, I'm your lost Shadow." "Oh, no, you're not my shadow," Gregory said. You're a ghost." Then he ran outside. It had stopped snowing. Shadow followed his friend into the bright moonlight. Gregory wouldn't leave him behind this time. When Gregory Groundhog turned around, he was very surprised. "Why, you really are my shadow," he said. "I found you at last." "And I found you," said Shadow. Never was there a happier pair. They danced together far into the night. Then Gregory said, "I almost forgot. Tomorrow is Groundhog Day. The farmers will be looking for me." They made their way back home. "If they see us together, they will be unhappy. It will mean 6 more weeks of winter," Gregory told his friend. He didn't want the farmers to be unhappy, but he didn't want to be separated from his friend again. What should he do? Early that morning, farmers and their families waited to see the groundhog they watched from a great distance. "Here he comes now," said Farmer Ferguson. Gregory opened the door to his burrow. It was a gray, cloudy day. He sniffed the air. He saw the farmers. Then he had a good idea. "Hide behind me, Shadow," he whispered. Shadow understood. He snuggled up behind his friend as close as he could and held on tight. He was so close, no one could see him. "Hooray! The groundhog is staying outside without his shadow," the farmers cheered. "Spring will be here soon. Our hard winter is over." They were so excited. Farmer Ferguson gave Gregory some delicious vegetables that he had kept in his root cellar to thank him for the good news. And oh, what a feast Gregory had! Ever since then, Gregory Groundhog waits until the 2nd of February to open his door. He and Shadow stay close to each other all the time, and they are always very brave. What a great book, Gregory's Shadow. That was very fun. I have another groundhog song. The other one was a rhyme. So this is a groundhog song, and this is how it goes. Oh, it's hard for me to get I'll have to scooch over. Sorry, Loki. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little groundhogs, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little groundhogs, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little groundhogs sleeping down under the ground. Do you want to try that with me? Let's do it again. Here we go. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little groundhogs, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little groundhogs, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little groundhogs sleeping down under the ground. Well, groundhogs hibernate. That means they don't come out when it's wintertime because it's too cold. And there's another animal that also hibernates in the winter that we wanted to talk about today, and that is the bear. And this book is called Bear Snores On. And this is by Karma Wilson and Jane Chapman. Let's see if I can get the whole book in. This is kind of a big book. Let's move a little. Oh, here we go. In a cave in the woods, in his deep, dark lair, through the long, cold winter, sleeps a great brown bear. Huddled in a heap with his eyes shut tight, he sleeps through the day, he sleeps through the night. The cold winds howl and the night sounds growl, but the bear snores on. An itty-bitty mouse, pitter-pat, tiptoe, creep crawls in the cave from the fluff cold snow. Mouse squeaks, too damp, too dark. Oh, sorry, I messed that up. Let's try it one more time. Too damp, too dank, too dark. So he lights wee twigs with a small hot spark. The coals pip-pop and the wind doesn't stop, but the bear snores on. Two glowing eyes sneak peek in the den. Mouse cries, "Who's there?" And a hare hops in. "Ho, ho, Mouse," says Hare. "Long time no see." So they pop white corn and they brew black tea. The mouse sips wee slurps, Hare burps big burps, but the bear snores on. The bear must be making some sound. Can you do a snore sound? Shoo. A badger scuttles by, sniff snuffs at the air. "I smell yummy yums. Perhaps we can share." "I've brought honey nuts," Badger says with a grin. "Let's divvy them up, cozy down, and dig in." And they nibble and they munch with a chew, chomp, crunch. But the bear snores on. Where's our bear snoring sound? A gopher and a mole tunnel up through the floor. Then a wren and a raven flutter in through the door. Mole mutters, "What a night!" "What a storm," twitters wren, and everyone clutters in the great bear's den. They're having a party. They tweet and they twitter and they chat and they chitter, but the bear snores on. Where's our bear snoring voice? In a cave in the woods, a slumbering bear sleeps through the party in his very own lair. Hare stokes the fire, mouse seasons stew, and then a small pepper fleck makes the bear. Achoo! Oh my goodness, that was a loud sneeze. He blows and he sneezes and the whole crowd freezes. And the bear wakes up. Bear gnarls and he snarls. Bear roars and he rumbles. Bear jumps and he stomps. Bear growls and he grumbles. Oh my goodness. I'm a little nervous. You've snuck in my lair, but you've had all the fun. Me, I was sleeping and I have had none. Oh, he's very sad. Then he whimpers and he moans, he wails and he grumbles, and the bear blubbers on. Now he's a sad bear. Mouse squeaks, "Don't fret, don't fuss. Look, see, we can pop more corn. We can brew more tea." Bear gulps, bear gobbles, he sighs with delight. Then he spins tall tales through the blustery night. That means he tells them fun stories. When the sun peeks up on a crisp, clear dawn, Bear can't sleep. But his friends snore on. Whew. Now there's lots of snoring. All of his friends are asleep. What a great book. Okay, let's get ready for our bear song. So we just saw the bears were sleeping, so here we go. That's the first part of the song. Let me get a little bit closer to Loki over here so I can be all the way in. Sorry to crowd you. Here we go. Bears are sleeping, bears are sleeping in their caves, in their caves. Wonder when they'll wake up, wonder when they'll wake up in the spring, in the spring. You want to try that with me? All right, let's try it. Bears are sleeping, bears are sleeping in their caves, in their caves. Wonder when they'll wake up, wonder when they'll wake up in the spring, in the spring. All right, second verse. There's a little bit more. Time to wake up, time to wake up, sleepy bears, sleepy bears. It is springtime, it is springtime. Wake up now, wake up now. All right, try it with me. Time to wake up, time to wake up, sleepy bears, sleepy bears. It is springtime, it is springtime. Wake up now, wake up now. All right. Well, people don't hibernate. We still go outside in the winter, but we do sleep. So I thought that this would be a fun book to read about us since we've been talking about all the animals. And this book is called Even Superheroes Have to Sleep. And this is by Sarah Crow, and the pictures were done by Adam Record. There's our superhero. All right, let's see what happens in this book. There we go. Leaping, lasering, flying high, watching closely from the sky, spending the day making villains weep. Even superheroes have to sleep. Digging and shoveling loads of dirt can make a person's muscles hurt. Taking off dirty, stinky shoes, even construction workers have to snooze. Fixing owies, big and small, broken bones from brother brawls, giving every patient their best, even doctors have to rest. Catching stars up in space, discovering Earth is the coolest place. Searching for aliens off the map, even astronauts have to nap. Tiaras, castles, and sparkly gems, picking flowers at the stems, training to one day become the queen, even princesses have to dream. Sailing the ship from sea to land, digging for treasure in the sand, walking the plank on their toes, even pirates have to doze. Helping people and stopping crime, chasing bad guys all the time, carefully collecting all the facts, Even policemen have to relax. Mixing potions in test tubes and beakers, watching an explosion's colorful features, discovering a cure for the whooping cough. Even scientists have to drift off. Giddy up on a big strong horse, spurs and bandanas are a must, of course. A day in the saddle is hard on the back, ouch. Even cowboys have to hit the sack. Strumming a guitar and singing real loud, it takes lots of energy to pump up a crowd. Jump on the tour bus and wave goodbye. Even rock stars have to get some shut-eye. Teaching and loving, making things up, trying to resist the urge to say no. Oh, sorry, that was really bad. Teaching and loving, making things go, trying to resist the urge to say no. Spending the evening scrubbing the slime, even mommies try for bedtime. Playing and reading can tire you out, growing as quickly as a bean sprout. Cuddle up tight and don't make a peep. Even children have to sleep. And that's our story time for today. And I would say come and get books, but the library is closed because of the snow, so we're not able to hand out any books today, but maybe we will be back tomorrow and there will be lots of books just waiting to be checked out. Also, our craft for February is a really fun one. I'm so excited. So I've made up bags of all kinds of fun stuff, and I've given some cards so that you can make Valentine's cards. So what we're asking is for you to make one card for your family and make one card and bring it back to the library, and you can just throw it in the same bag in the book drop. And we're gonna have a contest to see who wins a prize for having the really coolest Valentine's Day card. So we're super excited about this, and we hope that everybody wants to do our Valentine's craft with us. It's for everybody in the family. So if you have an adult that you live with that wants to make a Valentine's card with you, that would be amazing. We have plenty of stuff at the library, plenty of packets, and we are just excited for you to have fun making the craft and making the Valentine's Day cards. So that was it for story time today. I can see kind of that some people are here or have made comments, and I'm sorry, I'm on my phone today, so I can't really see from this far away. But I'm so glad for everybody who is watching. Thank you so much, and I will see you on next Tuesday.